All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, peeps, people over YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Now, hey, today is a day that Trump is out, Biden is in, all right? And I'm going to go over here just a few things that people may or may not know, and also try my best to provide you with some direction on things, provided you choose it. You don't have to, it's totally up to you to see if you're going to pick and choose it or not. You do, it probably make you wise, make you better. Now, the one reason why people in this country don't like it, especially they don't like it when Democrats are in the office or in the office of president or in control of the House or the Senate, is because corporations, businesses, the people who actually own businesses, millionaires and all them, they know they're going to get taxed to the hilt. They know that they're getting ready, for instance, capital gains taxes. They're going from, I mean, and they ain't passing. They're not even say go to jail. I mean, I don't even want to say, they're not even say stop. They just tell them to go straight to jail. Capital gains taxes right now, I think, is at 26 or 29%. Right, the Democrats are taking it straight to 37 to 39%. That is a lot, if you understand what I mean. So how does that affect us or the working class people? Well, when Trump was in office, businesses start to come back to the United States of America. They closed up shop. They started to come back. They started hiring more people. But as soon as the Democrats get in office, I'm telling you, they're going to bankrupt. We're already broke as a country, but they're literally going to bankrupt us. And the reason why, the everyday citizen on the street, they don't understand this. They don't comprehend this and understand this in any way, shape, fashion, or form at all. You can't move businesses and corporations across the seas and expect to still have jobs here to maintain your current status. And of course, what has C-19 done? C-19 has all but done this to ensure, to make sure that a lot of these mom and pop businesses, restaurants, and all this other stuff, they're gone. They're gone. They're not coming back. They're seriously not coming back. And because of C-19, a lot of things have changed in this country. And the people are being impoverished. Did you hear what I said? The people are being impoverished, and they really don't realize how impoverished they are, because there is going to come a time that the government is going to stop having these so-called quote-unquote solution to help stimulate the economy and stimulate people by putting free money in their pockets. That time is I'm telling you, is coming. So the only thing that the Democrats is going to do, Biden is probably going to increase the national debt by $6 trillion in the first 4 years, maybe $8 trillion in the first 4 years, because that's the only way he can make his administration look good. But what the Democrats have always done, and history proves it is they've always taxed people to the damn hilt. And they've always, they've given no incentives whatsoever at all for corporations to stay here. And again, how does it affect the small people? Well, when corporations and when businesses are no longer in your area, they close up shop. They don't care about you and your family. They don't care about your pension, your retirement, or nothing. I mean, after all, if you are going to keep on taxing these corporations like government does, and you expect for them to be happy about living here in America, pulling their fair share and load, you can forget it. So they close up shop and they go to Mexico, they go to Japan, they go all these other countries and stuff where they can pay people in these sweatshop minimum wage, and they don't have to be forced by the federal government in order to have a business over here to pay you $15, $20 an hour. That's just it. Okay, so what's the solution to all this? All right, well, let me go to the Republican side. The reason why that people like it when Republicans in office, because you always get tax cuts. You get tax cuts from Reagan. You get tax cuts, stimulate the economy, stimulate, and these tax cuts, yeah, they do. They benefit the rich, the corporation. But you think about this: many of you don't have businesses. You know, the majority of American people don't have business. They usually are workers, W-2 wage owners. They're usually workers. And when you don't have businesses and stuff, and you're complaining about not having jobs, you have no further to look than the Democratic policies. And so what Biden and them going to do is actually run off more businesses from out of this country. And you can see right now, it's the same thing. I told everybody in 98, 99 that Walmart is going to be the distribution center for the New World Order. Man, it's all but coming to pass right now, isn't it? So what you're going to have is all the little bitty people and the players, they're gone. They're out. It's going to be nothing but corporations. It's kind of like with the news media. 6 people in the world own all of the news media. So can you trust the news media? When you go to one station, they regurgitate what the other one says, and they regurgitate what the other one says, and they all use the same punchlines. So you're not really getting fair and balanced news. All right. So that's the reason why when people like it when Republicans in office, because you're going to get tax cuts. And in that tax cuts, that means money is going to always trickle down and go back into your pocket as well. Now, they did do some stimulating this time. But I tell you, we're in some serious trouble. So now, to the part of the video I wanted to get to you. We're in serious trouble. How do you protect yourself? Listen, nobody likes pain. I don't like pain. But a lot of times, there's good pain and there's bad pain. But boy, there's nothing like conscious ignorance. I'm telling you, being conscious that you are ignorant. And there's nothing more like than having information put in front of you and you don't do anything about it. And the reason why I started off with pain is because who wants to hear that you probably need to work 2 or 3 jobs to work to get out of debt so you can save money even at a faster rate, suffer the pain and the consequences now, right now, so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labors later. Think about this for a moment. There's a wise saying that says, if you have sown nothing in your youth, what can you expect in your old days? You should been done had started looking for some type of property. I don't even care if it's 1/4 of an acre, as long as it's somewhere out in the country and you own it. You're going to have to shift and change your mind from this American dream that has quickly become a nightmare. Because ain't nobody giving you nothing. There's very few refuges, very few places like Straightway. You know what I mean? Where we seen the proverbial writing on the wall a long, long time ago and been making moves and still making moves. You're going to have to invest in yourself and stop wasting money. Stop wasting away your substance and stuff. And learn how to live simple. I mean, what's wrong with going out and getting a small trailer, put on a 1/4 acre of land, and you may be out $10,000, $15,000, a used, small, older trailer. You may have to put your hand to it. You may totally be out, maybe what, $20,000, $25,000 by the time you do water, septic, and all this other stuff, unless you choose to rough it. But every time you go out there and work, guess what happens? Guess what happens? All the money that comes in, it goes straight to your homestead, where there you can put gardens in, you can get some chickens, some eggs, you can learn the things that people used to know, rather than depending on the grocery store. You can reinstitute an old custom, like learning how to can and building your own storehouse. Because truth is, the way America's going third world country, whether you like it or not. And it's obvious. But if you don't do something about it right now and started listening to these principles that I am introducing to you, there's going to be a weep and a howl, and you're going to sincerely pay for it later. And if you have children, they are not charged to make these hard choices and decisions. You are. So stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Stop trying to care about what everybody else is doing, and everybody else is in debt up to the hilt. Start thinking different. Make the necessary pain. Yeah, you're going to be mocked, scorned, derided, chided, ridiculed, run amok. They're going to call you all kind of names. Fanatic, crackpot, kook, and everything else. Then guess what? 15, 20 years down the line, provided if we got that much time, all these people that used to have their mouth on you, they'll go away, they'll stop. They're going to be in the same condition, even worse, but you are positioning yourself to be better. So me, myself personally, it makes no difference who's in office, Democrat or Republican, because they're all rats, every single one of them. They don't have our best interests in mind. You need to have you in mind. And this country has been done forgot about the American people. As a matter of fact, they made you think that you're included when you're not included at all. So instead of the country using and abusing you, you need to use it for your benefit. And I know that a lot of people just, they just simply ain't going to get it. But the quickest and fastest way to do this is to find 3 or 4 families, faithful families, brothers, sisters, or either single people that can all join together, and y'all can put your resources together and buy like 3 to 5 acres of land. And then when you get paid, start buying building material, go out there, start learning how to build. Or you can also put a nice big double wide out there, section it out or something like that. I'm trying to tell y'all the uncomfortable truth of things that, see, the churches, they want you to continue to keep going to church and give and give it in Jesus' name, while they are out here running around in yachts and everything and stuff. And you're sitting here working your fingers to the bone and stuff, and you can't see no blessing on the horizon, but they ship comes in every single Sunday, which, if you just read the Bible, you wouldn't even be thinking about stepping your foot into one of these religious institutions called churches on a Sunday. The Bible don't support that. Now, a lot of people try to make it a worship issue. No, you worship the Father every day. I'm digressing here for a second. I'm getting back on. The ideal is rest. The Bible only talks about the 7th day rest, the Sabbath. And it ain't Sunday. It ain't the first day. Never has, never will be. I don't care how many of these fork-tongued serpent preachers and teachers lie, twist, warp, distort in order to move you off X from the truth of what the book says. And that's another thing. I know the reason why I went that way. Because, if you can't embrace simple truths now, how can you even live the truth that is going to set you free? Does that make any sense? If you embrace lies and you still try to live in the utopia and the basking of them as if they're the gospel truth, you're going to continue to keep destroying yourself and those who love you. Change your mind. I'm going to be talking more about this on my Patreon channel. Change your mind. Anything that they can give you, use it to invest in you. Don't take your dollar as soon as you get paid and go out there and give it to Walmart. Go out there and give it to all these other places. There are other things. Listen, you got to buy stuff that is tangible, that's going to be an asset to you. Start thinking that way, America, okay? All right, and I'll come back and talk to y'all later on maybe a little bit more on this at another time. Y'all have a wonderful day.